Listen, I don't know about you, but I started a business so I could do this. Travel, be with friends, be with family, create memories. I didn't do it to sit at the computer all day. I didn't do it so that I could just be in countless emails and Zoom meetings. I did it to create opportunities for myself and opportunities for others. So listen, if that's something that interests you, enjoying time with your friends, being out and about, definitely drop by Erica Williams' Classy Climb blog. Check out the YouTube channel. We've got over 2,000 videos of free information that's actually changed people's lives. People actually post their new jobs, their new careers, their new businesses all the time over at the channel. What's up, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Listen, hello, Tech Tuesday. We actually have a show later today with Sub-Zero lifting the veil. Don't miss it. Come support the channel, okay? Hey, I've been off the past couple of days, enjoying the weekend, enjoying my time, enjoying basketball games, enjoying dinners and roses, and you've seen the post online. So I'm back, a little more refreshed. If you haven't seen these are the top 40 certifications book number 2. Again, I'm telling you, there's 4 temp agencies inside the book. You have any of those certifications, just a few of them, baby, you in the door, okay? You just got to do a performative interview, okay? Number 2 of the 5-day challenge. Again, when it comes to digital products, digital liberty warriors group, digital media, growing a real estate empire via your laptop or your cell phone. I teach it. Some of you don't like my style. I'm okay with that. There's another person I recommend. Learn, launch, lead. Try check that link out right there. I will also be posting some photos from me holding up awards. Again, a lot of affiliate marketing, a lot of money out there. It's your choice if you want to make it. Digital Liberty Warriors, we just finished training on Facebook ads. And then last week, we just did training on how to create your course or your product and how to get it out there to the marketplace. A lot of you have really great ideas. You have expertise and skills. It's your choice if you want to make them. Again, the humidifier is going. Also, I had a very long biblical email from one of y'all. Okay. If you could drop your city and state in the chat, don't leave me hanging. I just want to address this very briefly. I understand when I talk woo-woo, it upsets you guys. Some of you get so upset you send an email. Enrique's confused. Melissa's confused. They don't know. They're from the Philippines. They don't know what y'all talking about. I never, ever once on this channel advocate mixing Christianity with witchcraft or with, new age nonsense. When I talk about laws of the universe, I know a lot of y'all seem to get upset. And if you just read the Bible, reaping and sowing is in the Bible. Okay. Like reaping and sowing is in the Bible. That's an actual verse. That's an actual thing. That's an actual concept. So when we discuss sometimes law of consequences, laws of opposites, when you want to do a new thing and you get pushback, these are things that are in the Bible. This isn't like some new age thing I've made up and I need to be prayed for. Okay. My name ain't Sure 7. I'm not saying sprinkle every 2 minutes, and I'm definitely not doing any weirdness. Now that's funny. I'm saying this as I have this demystifier blowing in my face, but this is for my sinuses and this is for my skin. Okay. But please stop the Bible dissertations emails. If you do not like the woo-woo videos, click off. Okay. Diamond Dave did a great thing talking about manifestations and systems. I never once on this channel go, just sit in your house and pray to the magic God and say you're going to have money. And I've never said that. I've never said that. I want y'all not to accuse me of such. I've always on this channel advocating faith without works is dead. You have to put work in. You have to create the life you want. When I talk manifestation, I mean just visualizing. The average person, if you ask them what they're doing in 5 months, they have no clue. You ask the average person what their child's going to do after high school, they're talking about going to college and their kid can't even read. Okay. When I'm talking about manifestation and visualization, I'm talking about, do you even know what you're going to do? There's a lot of people getting divorced. I mean, I'm be careful, but there's someone I know, they got divorced. Their husband got remarried like 4 months later. Why? This person didn't want to be divorced. They didn't want to be a single man. They weren't even talking to the woman before then. Some people like what they have. They like their situation. But if you don't know yourself, you ain't reading yourself, you're not examining yourself, you're not writing down what you want and who you want to be, baby, trust me, you embarrass yourself. Okay. Let's go here. Let's get with it. I want to name this one The Return of the Yuppies, but I'm going to calm down. Okay. There's a saying when you go to pew, pew, pew training, fast is slow and slow is smooth. You have to do something so many times that it's smooth. It's smooth. And this is the same with life. When you have kids, when you have family members, and you're introducing concepts to them on how to act, how to be, how to exist with others in life, fast is slow and slow is smooth. You want to say something so much that they think to call you. So I was pleasantly surprised. I think I told y'all maybe a week or two ago, my nephew called and said, hey, this man tried to talk to me about tax deeds. And I said, I got to call my aunt. And I said, that's right, baby. You got to call me. Yeah. And so like, you want your nieces, your nephews, your cousins to go, who do I think of on this trusted topic or issue? And the only way that happens is if you're actually demonstrating it in life. We all know aunties and uncles telling us to eat better and go to the gym and work out, and they 400 pounds. I know people who got big, like I come from a family where my mom is one of the fittest because she did military for so long. We got another aunt who was a power walker. She's just as fit. You know what I mean? We got another aunt that be out there. She was a dental hygienist. So she over there leaning over people's mouths all day. You know what I'm saying? So we have fit family members. So if one of them tells me, Erica, maybe you should eat more fish and walk. I can't argue with the aunt who lost 50 pounds and walked, for a year. I can't argue with her and eat baked fish all the time. I just ain't eating baked fish every day. I can't have my house smell like that. You know what I mean? I can't argue with actual data and proof. Okay. So I hope I didn't lose a lot of you, but I probably did. And I'm okay with that. So let's get into it. USA is 90 days late on everything. Back to the 1990s. Finance bros, second generation, sports and business. Now, I'm going to say something controversial today, and y'all not going to like it. I'm going to say quite a few, but before we kick it off, I want to give y'all some silly, because I think it's important to do a little bit of silly before we do some serious. Okay? Is that all right with y'all? Put a one in the comments if that's all right with y'all. I always try to keep y'all a little entertained, because sometimes the topics I talk on are quite heavy, and they can wear you out. Now, there's this girl, and again, I want y'all to understand that there are a ton of people who live in New York, and they'll break the stereotypes if you let them. Two slender, beautiful Black women. One's very chocolate. One is a mixed girl, and they're both married, and they're both happy in New York City. Now, you're not ready for that, because that just doesn't. If you listen to these internet people, nobody's married, nobody's happy, and it doesn't exist. The first video they did of this got 65 million views, 31 million views. So they did a round two of this video, got 60 million views, and they just did another video, and it's quite hilarious. But it talks about what our topic is today a little bit. Talks about the fact that you have, wealthy people in New York, what we call the top 10% millennials, and y'all run into them every day. These girls are those people, but they're least making fun of themselves. So let's get into it. Get to that first one. Hold on one second. It's this one. Let's start here.
I like Kelly a lot. She's great. Fabulous. Who wouldn't possibly love Kelly? Fabulous. Everybody likes Kelly. You like Kelly?
I love her. I don't think anything. Kelly can be Kelly sometimes, and that's none of my business. I think she's lovely.
I mean, I wouldn't want to gossip.
I know what I'm thinking about Kelly, but maybe it's different from what you thought.
We don't gossip.
We don't do that.
We never have.
Mm-mm.
But I feel like this is just good journalism.
We owe it to Kelly to be honest.
It's not gossip when we're just gonna maybe compare some notes.
Just talk about it.
Maybe I'll have notes. Maybe you'll have notes.
Me, myself, I'm a mathematician. I'm just taking data points. You have some points. I've got some points.
I have some notes.
You got notes.
We all have notes. It's important to the greater good. And at this point, it would be unfair to the community.
It would be unfair if we didn't say what we had to say.
I think we've all been wondering some things about Kelly. I think it's important that you and I just share them right now. And then I think the chips will fall where they may.
The chips will fall where they may. What can you do?
What do you want me to say? So here's what I know about Kelly. So Kelly's cool.
Oh, yeah. I like Kelly.
Let me show you part two, because they get stupider. I mean, if I lose you because of this stupid, but I start the show off with a little silly. If I lose you because of that, good luck, because your time's not that valuable. It's not that busy. You're not that busy. Relax. All right, here's the second one, and I'm gonna show you part three.
What I missed.
You won't believe it. She knows Kelly.
We love Kelly.
How did you come across Kelly? Because we've come across her a couple times.
A rare gem.
A gem of a woman.
What do you think about Kelly?
We're not ones to gossip.
But if you were in possession of pertinent information, I would say that you're liable to share.
She's in my prayer journal.
We're wishing her the best.
Oh, she was definitely great. What am I sensing here? Am I sensing something? I just haven't had the best experiences with her.
It's just good journalism, if you will.
You'll share, we'll share. It'll be a mutual sharing of information about someone we both deeply respect.
And love
I love her as my own child.
as one would a baby.
But here's what I know about Kelly.
I think we have a mutual friend in common. What's her name? Oh, Kelly. You know Kelly. Love her.
What I miss.
You won't believe it. She knows Kelly.
I get it. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. And it just, I don't even understand how I fell into this, but like I'm glad for the girls. Like, let me give y'all part 3 because I feel like I'd be doing you disservice if you didn't see part 3. I mean, it's good journalism, right? We have to show you millennials making money in New York and they're having a good time because they're just laughing at each other. You know what I mean? They're having a good time. We're all gonna have a good time. So are you ready for part 3? I think you're not. Because they have Kelly now. They have Kelly.
Yeah.
Just what was it that you said you did again?
Oh, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I got my hands in a lot of things.
Okay.
And Philip, what does Philip do?
He's actually between jobs at the moment. Thank you guys so much for picking up the tab.
Yeah, no problem. Love that. Love to help you out.
It keeps going on. The price per square foot.
It's like an airplane hangar.
2 seconds. Can one of you guys just go ahead and call the Uber?
Yeah. No problem. Wow. I have never been to your place before.
We were just saying out in the hallway. Can you just give me a second? I gotta go finish getting ready, okay?
Yeah.
Just what was it that you said you did again?
Oh, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll stop. Listen. Okay, I hope y'all get the joke. Does everybody get the joke? You're in New York. People are always trying to figure out how people afford New York, how they live in New York. They are a part of that community and they're making fun of themselves. And that's the best part, right? They're both young Black women who are married and they're in an upper wealth class, right? One used to be, she was like a former Miss America. Let me see. She was like a former something. Basically, she was a former something in Miss America. The other young lady was like in ballet. And so they're both laughing. You can go see their wedding dresses. You can see their pages. They have a lot of silliness on there. But you have to realize when you're in a particular level, financial space per se, right? And so they're making fun of what a lot of New Yorkers talk about, how they have some unemployed friend, but she's actually wealthy. Why? Probably because of her parents, probably because Philip has some type of venture tech job, some tech job. They have some money, right, to be in New York. And so they're in a particular class of people. And so I just think it's hilarious that they poke fun at themselves and they do a really great bunch of sketch videos. So you can go over there and watch that. But I brought that up to y'all because hopefully your kids will have enough flexibility in their adulthood to laugh at themselves. If they don't, good luck, right? Because you have to realize financially you're in a class among yourselves. Right, because the average New Yorker is not balling. It is what it is. What it is. All right, so let me show you a few things. And again, this whole video is like 1990s. I'm gonna say something controversial. You're not gonna like it. And I do that every show. I think just about every show. So let me click over to this here real quick, and then I'm gonna go over. But I just think that's so funny. Like, I'll never name my child Kelly. Kelly, unfortunately, Erica, the name Erica has a bad rep. The name Kelly has a bad rep. And the name like Diana, Diamond, all these have bad reps. So this is a video. This is over here at Hearsay Financial. I'm just using it for the chart. All right. So non-housing debt balances are going through the roof. As you can see, student loans, credit cards, auto loans, other. I'm going to say something and y'all not going to like it. Y'all not going to be like, what, Erica? No, we're going to be responsible. I don't care. And you shouldn't either. I know this sounds crazy because this fuels the fire of the crash bros. It's going to crash, bro. Any moment now, it's crashing, bro. Like, I feel you. I hear you. But let me be very clear. Credit matters on levels. Okay, let me roll this to you again. Credit matters on levels. If you've watched my previous videos, I said there are like 4 levels to credit. And most people, it does not matter. This red line, I told y'all, people are going to go back to college and get more student loans. because they're avoiding having to go sit in the marketplace in a job they don't like for the next 4 years. They think if I go to school and I avoid working for the next 4 to 6 years, undergrad and master's degree, or I do some combination of part-time work, part-time school, I can avoid jobs I don't like and low pay. That just isn't true. So this red line is going to keep going through the roof. It's going to keep going up. I've been on the phone with people who are doctors. I've been on the phone with people who are chiropractors. I've been on the phone with people who are like, Eric, I got $300,000 in debt and I'm not paying it off. What else can I do? I literally tell them the only thing you can do is more sales, make your company make a ton of money, buy more rentals. And that is just the truth. And I don't mean buy rentals with a loan. I mean buy it with cash. I mean, you're going to have to go to Cleveland, Detroit, buy these $40,000 ugly houses. And sometimes you're in a good neighborhood. Sometimes you're not. Just because the Midwest, it's the Midwest. Put about 40K in it to clean it up. Now you're at 80K. Now you can turn around and sell it for 129, or you can sit on it for the next couple of years. Right? Now immediately you're like, well, Erica, who's got 80,000 to put in there? These people with these credit card debt. These people with credit card debt. And the reason I say that and the reason I told them rentals is because it's one of the assets that they can get a loan off of. It's one of the assets that the bank can go, man, we really don't want to work with you because you ain't paid them student loans. We really don't want to work with you because you haven't paid your credit cards, but you have a full-on asset. I am telling you from personal experience where I had to go to a bank and go, man, what's up? And they're like, well, you know, you got that house over there with all that equity, like 100,000 in equity, that rental property. I guess we'll work with you. Because they didn't want to work, and it was a collateralized loan. And I'm just telling y'all don't understand. Like a lot of times, what is the music of the wealthy? What is the music? What is the musical notes, the conversation of the wealthy? It's having assets. I told you I was in San Antonio at a really nice upscale restaurant. We're in line in the waiting area. And literally the guy was like, oh my God, yeah, we bought some more Section 8 properties. And it's just to offset our taxes. We don't even care about it. And he was openly talking about this in this very high-end restaurant. And the other people was like, oh yeah, we got a couple of those too. We don't care. Y'all don't understand. While your cousin Betty is on her 5th kid on Section 8 and having a hard life, somebody owns that house and could care less. They're doing it for a tax write-off. Our tax system, and I don't know if Brandy's in here or not, but our tax system is essentially set up to be like, oh, well, we're going to reward people who invest in this and disincentivize people who do that. If America really wanted people to have more children, they'd be like $5,000 every year per child. No excuses. You have a brand new baby, we give you $5,000. Man, America would be a block. Would be babies falling out everywhere, falling out of windows, falling out of cars, falling out at the grocery store. There'd be so many babies, America wouldn't know what to do with it. Countries incentivize what they want. If America really wanted y'all to have some more babies, maybe they'd give y'all some checks. They'd give you some checks. They give you some big juicy checks, but they're not doing that because they don't really want it. They say it, they don't want it. I added 2 green plants in my bedroom. I breathe better, sleep better. Thanks for the advice. Hey man, greenery changes the scenery. I'm glad it worked for you. Enjoy. But yeah, when it comes to this balance, I know y'all don't want to hear that. I know y'all think that's awful. Why aren't landlords paying their rent? Why aren't people paying for these cars? People will let these cars go. People will let these cars go and they will get another car. When I see videos of like some black lady going, I saved up $8,000 to buy this BMW and I got a clunker. And you're like, why are you at Pokey Joe's Max Deals on the corner of a Hooker Street buying a BMW that clearly is aged and has problems? Stop it. It's ridiculous. But that's how they try to convince you, like, we should feel sorry for this woman who bought a lemon from a lemon lot. No, she should have took her $8,000 and went to BMW and bought a BMW car from the dealership. But she didn't want to do that. Why? Because her credit was crap. And instead of acknowledging, hey, all I got is $8,000, let me get something that I can be paid off. And even if you had something paid off, you could have turned around and used it as a down payment on the BMW of your dreams. This is the stuff nobody wants to talk about. So when I see these lines, let me be very honest. All this shows me when these debt numbers go up, look at, oh my God, it's so expensive for a family to live. Are any of these people cutting their vacations? Are any of these people cutting their other stuff? Heck no, they're not. I'm in too many conferences. I'm in too many spaces. I'm starting to be back out in the conferences. I got like 10 this summer on top of travel. But when I'm in those rooms, I'm in a different level of conferences. They're more level masterminds. I just paid to join this one mastermind group or whatever. But I'm telling you, it's a different level because everybody in there is like, oh, we're just going to buy a little single person business. The whole Cody Sanchez thing is for real for those who know what they're talking about, right? You come in, you're the money, you partner with somebody, they're doing all the work. That happens way more than y'all think, right? You're just the money of the business and they still have to answer to you. People hate that type of partnership, but the truth be told, sometimes you're just an artist and someone has to be the manager. I really want you to understand it. There's a book called Traction. One person's the integrator, one person is the operator. I mean, one person is the integrator, one person is the visionary. So one person usually has the great vision and one person is an integrator. I known for a long time, I'm almost on the cusp of the 5%, but for a long time, I was just an artist. I was really great at coming on here, performing, talking, all that stuff. And then I'd have to go back and review reports. And that made me get better and better. I've been doing this for 10 years, y'all. And I know you're tired of me hearing me say that as I do this on this channel, but for 10 years, I've been reviewing reports, property management, really been doing property management for 15 years if we really want to go there. Property management, all this stuff. So when I say, yeah, I'm just going to switch a gear and go pick up more personal assets, and also whatever leftover assets I have, I'll sell them to people I know. That's not wholesaling for me. That's like, I think I've literally told y'all, I think I missed out on $3 million the past 2.5 years from the amount of emails y'all have sent me. Okay. And been like, hey, here's this piece of property I don't want, or I inherited it. And I go, oh, just send it over there to my other friend. Just send it to Nick Perry. Just send it over here. And I apologize for those emails because they'll probably thought, well, dang, that's rude. We are going to be a lot more helpful over here. We have a person on staff now. We're going to be a lot more helpful. And we entered another partnership. Trust me, we're going to be a lot more helpful with some of those land lots. And we willing to liquidate some of them to give y'all to you. Because I just know the numbers. So again, when you see this math right here, many of y'all think it's going to crash. It must crash. It has to crash. And I want you to remember something. If you make over 70K a year and you're in a house and you've been making payments and your interest rate is under 4%, which is 70% of all houses right now, you're good. It's the girl or guy that doesn't have a home. It's the girl or guy that lives in an apartment and they could put them out. It's the girl or guy who doesn't have a job paying them over 75 to 90,000 a year. And that's, I mean, there's 30, what is it? There's like, I think it's like 70 million working Americans making 30,500 or less a year. So this credit card number and this student loan number is going to go up because people think they're entitled to eat out and party because they want to, not because they've earned it. We've really reduced people's lack of delayed gratification. We've again, I mean, I'm gonna go there for a second. If you're a man who is like, I deserve a wife right now and I better get one, and I'm gonna go across the street and I'm gonna just pick one off the street and she better marry me and be happy. And it's like, we live in a country where that's literally, people think I'm just gonna fly to another country and I'm gonna marry somebody. And that's how you have the 90-day fiance thing. Not that they should work on themselves, not that they should have some more money in their pocket, not that they should actually have some charm and skill to themselves, but that they should just be able to go pick up something because they want it right now. And that's all that matters. I deserve it, Erica. How dare you? Exactly. I want a social life, right? I need work-life balance. And you just go, hey, have you picked up a calendar and charted out your plans? Bump you, Erica. How dare you tell me to plan out my life? So when I see this math right here, I want you to understand this math will continue to go through the roof because only in America do they let us have credit cards at this ridiculous rate. Remember the Tinder swindler, how he kept coming to America? He kept coming to America to get more credit cards. Like he had already frauded a ton of people in Israel. And the Jewish community, they don't play about fraud, but they don't tell on each other. Literally, I told y'all, you got the dude Shalom in Panama. He literally had like $5 million ripped from him by another Jewish person. And he's not snitching. He's like, well, I just had to chalk it up and make more money in my business. The 80% of Chinese Americans that get robbed and scammed in America are by other Chinese Americans. Right now, they have a robbery spree going on. And they're saying, oh my God, they're assaulting Asian Americans. Come to find out, they done pulled up 5 members of the gang. It's an Asian gang robbing Asian people in California. Why? Because they're not putting their money in the bank. They're taking it to their house. They're owning the hair salon. They're owning the food market. They're owning these places and putting the money in their house. This is why when I tell y'all, the people that act like they're balling in Houston, Texas are getting private investor money from Vietnamese people. So like miss me with that. It's real easy on the outside to think somebody's balling when you don't know. When you don't know, it's real easy. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. That's why you're like, oh, it's easy to run a business. It's easy to buy rentals. It's easy. You don't know what you're talking about. And this is the one place where if people don't have children, y'all will roast them to death about talking about children, even if they're a nanny, right? Or a teacher that's dealing with your kid more hours a year than you are. Okay. If you're not married and you try to talk about marriage, people will roast you to death. But when it comes to business and money, oh, I have an opinion. Shut your opinion up. If you haven't done it, hush. We don't care. I'm just telling you, when you see these charts right here, if you make over 70,000 a year, okay, if you see this right here and you own a house, good to go. Like the process to buy a car is nothing, right? It just is nothing. You're putting out your social security, you're showing your bank statements, you're showing your pay stubs, you're done. You're in there, you got a car. Boom. Cars are nothing. To get a house, that's something. To buy a house cash with a credit card, hey, you can do that if you get the credit cards. You know what I'm saying? So I just want you to understand there's levels to this debt stuff. And when somebody shows up and they're sitting there with $500,000 in student loan debts, they didn't care about buying a house ever. Right? Again, like Bunny Man, well, the crazy part is they had a whole ring in Atlanta of Korean business people. They called like 32 of them, where they just were like, it was a ring of all kind of money laundering and fraud. And that thing went on the TV and went right back off. And they were all living in Sandy Springs and Kennesaw. And listen, it's out there. If you want to, if I did a whole new segment on it, they'd probably take my channel down. And I've told y'all that before. They have things they are playing that work to the benefit out here. Let me go over here. And that's my stance on that. I know you're going to be like, well, what was your stance, Erica? My stance is I have no about people having debt, because I already know what people are going to do. People want to go party. They want to go to the beach this summer. They want to go overseas. They want to stunt for the gram, and they're willing to go work another 40 years to be in debt just because. Let me go with this real quick, and then I'm gonna go into the next.
Right, but go ahead. We talk about social utility. Ben, when he showed up 10 years ago, they didn't never seen anything like him. It was almost like when Lenny Bruce showed up in the Comedians, and they're like, "Yo, who is this dude?"
I remember watching a lot of his content. Like you'd see him like on stage at like some school, and he would be debating like Black Lives Matter or something like that, and he would have the most ironclad arguments. And there was a lot of social utility. Now everybody's got it. Like, what is that? There's a white space in the market, and now that market's full. So what else are you offering to people?
And then you also have Steven Crowder showed up. He was doing his thing. Showed up. And Charlie Kirk is the goat at it right now.
Charlie's eating his lunch. Charlie's eating Ben's.
Because Charlie has Ben's talking points, but he's got that Riz. Don't underestimate charisma in the Riz.
He's also a Christian. I think that's important to acknowledge.
That's true.
Right?
They see the yarmulke and they're like, I don't know.
It's not exactly to see the yarmulke, but I think that if you're somebody who is a devout believer in Christ, right, like naturally seeing somebody else who's like opinions, beliefs, and like drive for life is motivated by the same thing as you are, it's going to be way more relatable.
But like you just said the right word, relatable.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the Daily Wire, they're almost like elitists, and they're smart. Give them credit. They're like the Ivy League type.
Pause immediately. Pause. I know I'm playing a little faster than I should. My bad. I forgot everybody don't listen to 1.5 speed. That's just me. I want you to understand something. Daily Wire was the smart guys in the room telling you these facts. Like, hey, this is just facts, not feelings, right? Ben Shapiro running around telling you that if you finished high school, okay, got a full-time job for over a year, and didn't have kids who you're married, you were 85% chance of never being poor. This is a fact. This is not a made up number, made up data. This is a fact. Only 8% of Black married couples are in poverty. The rest of Black couples, 92% of Black couples, they're doing married Black couples are doing financially wonderful. 22% of white couples in America are in poverty. That's millions of people. That's millions of white people. So when he talks about Charlie Kirk is from nowhere, Ohio. I know I beat up on Ohio a lot on this channel, and I apologize in advance. He's from nowhere, Ohio, got meth heads and drug addicts in his family, came on here talking, read 1 or 2 books, and it sounds really advanced. I tell y'all this, and this is no disrespect. If you read 1 or 2 books a year and you start telling people what you've read in those books, they'll be like, man, you're the smartest person I fucking know. Because they don't read. I remember Alex Becker was quoting a book and he was misquoting the book. And they were like, oh my God, Alex, man, you're just so freaking smart, man. That's why I rock with you. And I was laughing because I'm like, I know the book he's quoting and he's misquoting it. But if you don't read and a majority of society does not read, you can be the smartest person in the room. Now, being the smartest doesn't mean you'll be the most paid. You have to put it in a vehicle that gets you paid. And this is where when people say second generation wealthy people gaslight you, this is how. They're like, oh, just read books and be smart and go get a job. They didn't tell you the part about investing. That's the part of the story they miss. So let me show you some more clips. Let me finish this clip and then I'm going to finish the other part of what I want to show you.
People, right? What's up? What's up?
I put hand sanitizer.
Okay.
But
I thought you were giving me like
no,
go
I'm
at
not
him, go
giving
at him, go
no,
at him.
That's not what you get.
But like a Charlie Kirk didn't go to college. He's not a lawyer.
Yeah.
He's just a dude that read a lot of books.
So
he's more relatable.
yeah, I mean, look, here's the reality of it. Running a business is very hard. It's so easy from the outside to criticize anybody that's running a business. It's so hard, it's not even funny. You lose sleep. It leads to marriages not working out. It leads to friendships not working out. It leads to anxiety, to panic, to sleepless nights, to criticism. But you chose to do that. You chose the job. So that's not like nobody told you not to do it. You do a Netflix special and it isn't good, the market's going to tell you. You crush it, they're going to tell you. As a comedian, you have a risk. As an athlete, you have a risk. As a performer, you have a risk. And they have a risk there as well. The reality of it is, when it comes down to Jeremy, my gut feeling, when I went the first time to Paramount, when the building that Glenn Beck and the Blaze bought, I said, wow, Glenn, so you run this entire place? He says, oh, hell no. I'm just a creative. I was like, whoa. You know how long it took him to say that? Half a second.
Quick.
So he left to start the Blaze, and then he realized he's just a creative.
Yeah.
He's an artist.
Yeah.
One of the hardest things to do is to be a creative and be able to operate. If somebody comes in and picks it up, and Adam, I'm moving on. Don't be surprised if somebody comes in and tries to pick it up and buy it, and
There was a rumor.
there's some kind of thing that happened.
Yep.
Great. That may also be a good, but if that does happen, guess who's doing that? Guess who's doing that? Guess who's causing that? Investors.
Of course.
Investors are like, hey,
What could Daily Wire be? It seems like a lot of these places, they can really only be like incubation chambers for talent, because the talent knows what views they're getting. They know how successful they are versus everybody else there. And they know how to create their shows. So they're like, all right, all these people like me and my show and my content. So like once my contract's up, I'll leave. I mean, you see this happen with Barstool a lot, right? And Portnoy says it plain and simple. He's like, listen, we're here. We have like the, was it the music model? We're like, we're going to sign a bunch of different artists. We're going to see which one cracks, but eventually they're going to grow out of Barstool. And you see it happen all the time. So
that's not their model though.
Well,
Daily Wire's model is the opposite.
That's what they think. And then Brett leaves, and then Candace leaves, and then all these other people leave, and they have huge success after leaving. So now Matt's got to be looking at that going, hold on, I'm getting paid this here.
Yeah.
But if I do it myself, and I can produce all these documentaries by myself, I can make all this shit by myself, I could make this amount of money. I just don't understand what their leverage is. It's not like back in the day when HBO owned a channel on TV, and the only way you could get on that channel was through HBO.
Right.
They're putting their content out on YouTube. They don't own YouTube. So
They have an OTT though. They have an OTT with a couple 100,000 subscribers that's paying monthly,
which is huge.
So it's a real volume. That's a real
How
number.
much is Matt getting of that? And what if Matt could do that by himself?
So you know where you go with this. Now you're talking business model, where the difference is they went after people that were already established outside of Brett Cooper. Candace was already established. Jordan Peterson was already established, so maybe a couple people that came up there, but the business model has to be questioned as well. You have to sit there and question the business model.
Okay. So did y'all get that? Did y'all understand that? Do you understand that? I hope you understand that. I hope you got what I was trying to give you out of that is the finance bro, the 1990s, you come over here to be famous. If you see the show Abbott Elementary, Quanita, I'm going to say her name wrong. She was over at BuzzFeed, and BuzzFeed was picked up by who? It was on Facebook, and it got picked up, and it got bought. Vice got bought. BuzzFeed got bought. And so what they end up doing is branching out on their own. Issa Rae again. Issa Rae, y'all. I want to show you this clip of Issa Rae because I think a lot of y'all think, oh, she's just some, random American girl that was a weird girl. And I'm like, no, like the story, some people parents are well-to-do and y'all not ready for that. A lot of Black Americans are not ready, that there are a lot of Black Americans that are doing well. They just aren't telling you about it. You don't live where they live and you don't interact where they interact. So let me just show you this on Issa Rae to kind of be honest. Just be honest.
And we lasted like 2 years. My dad got like, he was like, he got scammed.
African
and so
stuff. They take your house. They'll be like, "Hey, this is ours."
No, I promise this is going to the hospital.
Were y'all in Dakar?
We were in Dakar.
You not been to Dakar?
Wait, when?
I went in like 2022. My friend was like traveling.
Recently?
Yeah. And then she met a man in Senegal and she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna just stay."
It be like that.
They're
have a
fine.
little, they're very fine. The skin is immaculate.
Beautiful.
The teeth are beautiful.
Abs.
And they
Everybody has
will-
abs.
Everybody has abs.
What's
because
that
everybody
about?
On the beach. They just are born athletic. A lot of my cousins, I'm like, how? You don't even work out.
out.
Yeah, like give it to me. But I understand. What did you think?
I loved it. It kind of has a vibe of LA a little bit to me.
Interesting.
It's kind of beachy. Everybody likes to work out. Everybody's outdoorsy. You know? Like, you know, the outdoor gym, the big outdoor.
Venice Beach,
Yeah.
Senegal,
You
yeah,
know,
I can
it's
see
giving that. And then, but people like to party.
Me and my little brother were just talking about that because he used to hate Senegal because, you know, being there, he was bored. He was like, none of these girls are my type. I was like, you're anti-Black. But he went the last time we showed up at a club at like 11 and they were laughing. It was empty. We were the first ones like for 2 hours and it didn't get popping until like 3. And by that time I had to leave.
You're like, I gotta go.
I can't do this.
I know I can't.
And then they sleep in until some of them still be waking up early. I'm like, how do you live this life?
That's not for me.
But more power to them.
Yeah. You were born in LA, then you went to Senegal.
We moved to Senegal thinking we were gonna stay there forever. And then we lasted like 2 years. My dad got like, he got scammed.
African
and
stuff.
See, she immediately went African stuff. Now, again, how old is Issa Rae? Issa Rae is like 40, I think, getting close to be 40, one of the two. So this is, you talking about 80s and 90s, her parents picking up, leaving LA, going over there. But if y'all listen to the Black people internet, this the first time in history Black people ever been somewhere. We're finally going to Thailand to see the Thai people. We're finally going to Europe to see the Europeans. We're going to get out of here. Sure enough, brother. What is wrong with y'all? I'm so embarrassed. Every day I get online and Black people out here like, I'm going to get away from these Negroes and I'm going to go overseas. It's because of you Negroes. It's like, oh God, ugh. Take the microphones away. God, dog, ugh. It's disgusting. I'd be so embarrassed. I'd be like, Black people, stop it. Cut it out. It's embarrassing. It's the most embarrassing begging thing I've ever seen. I sure hate these Black women. These Black women be treating me bad. I'm going to get me an Asian. Baby, we can show you BET magazines from 1952 of a Black man and an Asian woman married. We imported a bunch of Asians into like Arkansas and Mississippi in the 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s. What are you talking about? The Blasian thing been 4-5 generations now. Y'all act like y'all ain't never seen an Asian woman. You ain't never seen a Latino woman. Where do y'all live in a crackhead? I mean, y'all gotta live at crackhead homes. Oh man, you see them Asian women, you see them Latino women. I ain't never seen no Latino woman. I be just so embarrassed. It's so embarrassing. Y'all let y'all Negro brothers and sisters come online and do this stuff. I'm really upset. And then they be like, I never ever joins the military. Never ever. You ain't gonna pay me to travel the world. It's like, what the fuck is going on? It's so gross. So I just want you to understand, I showed this clip, not the like Issa Rae so much more wealthier than us and better than us. No, Black people been going overseas and getting scammed by Nigerians and Africans and Senegal folks forever. And for y'all to be online acting like y'all ain't never been nowhere, it's so embarrassing. It really makes me be like, see, this is why they had us separated in school. They had y'all in slow classes, some of us in the AP classes, some of us in regular classes, because y'all really do too much. I mean, the way I see these Black men online, I'd be so embarrassed. I'd be like, brother, please. You know, when I see a 6 foot tall and over Black man, he act like he can't make it in America. How, brother, you tall? Everywhere you go, somebody looking for you, brother. The police, white women, Asian women, all of them. Women. You just got to act like you got sense. That's it. Now, I will agree with Diamond Dave when he said, you know, the 1 strike rule. It really is tough as a Black person to have any type of marks on your I mean, I'm just gonna go there. If you have a baby under 25 or you have any type of criminal record, I promise you. I remember I tried to go get a job as a manager at Chipotle in Charlotte, North Carolina, before I left for Texas. This is how long ago this was. This is 2012, 2011. And the man was like, oh, you know, I really try to hire Black people who really been struggling. And it was a Black manager, y'all. And the regional manager was a white man from New Orleans. So there was no snitching on the Black man that was trying to, he's like, I really like hiring. And I looked over in the Chipotle kitchen and it was all the dustiest looking Black people I've ever seen. Tattoos on their neck. One had a little tattoo on his face. They look like they just so happy to be at Chipotle. And I said, you right. You got it. You right. I'm gonna get on up out of here. And I know y'all think I'll be talking reckless online. I'm pretty sure I know y'all do. I know y'all think, but I've lived enough years and been at enough jobs where people are like, you're so smart. Why are you here with us? I'd be like, oh my God, embarrassing yourselves. But just recognize, I just want to show that because so many people act like, oh, Black people never travel ever in the world's history of histories. Man, family was moving to Africa, moving to Colombia, moving to Costa Rica in the 80s and 90s. Get out of here. Just get out of here. Stop acting goofy. You're embarrassing us. Let me show you this one. This is why you got to be careful when you want to buy HOA. Okay? We'll keep it rolling. Because I just, you know, and you'd be like, Erica, I can't believe you talk to people like this. It's so unprofessional. Let me tell you something. I have done 10 years of preaching, serving, the gateway, opening up the doors, telling people about stuff. At the end of the day, I will still make my money and I will still have a great business. I will still make money. I will still sell real estate. I will still pick up real estate, buy real estate and sell it. I will still make money. When you know how to make money outside these platforms, you're fine. You can say whatever you want because guess what? What you gonna do? Force me to sell my properties? Come beat me up? Oh, I'm gonna beat you up, Erica, in the streets. Okay, well, if you can find me, come beat me up. I mean, what are you talking about? This is crazy. This is why you can't be on these platforms begging for people to like you. Just be you, but also know where to put your money. That's the problem. Y'all don't know where to put your money. I'm just telling you, this is a financial channel, but we just talking a little reckless today. HOA. This is why you got to be careful with these HOAs. They're going to try to play you in your face.
Sheet of paper is the cause for the concern. A list left earlier this week by Homeowners Association of Auburn Greens that mandates leaving garage doors up from 8 to 4 Monday through Friday.
I just don't think it's a good idea to have it open.
For every home like Jason's that is following the new rule, there are plenty of others that are not, like Shally Ia.
I have nothing to hide. I understand somebody had people living in the garage. I don't. I am following the rules. All I'm asking is a reasonable way of going around this.
Residents say a $200 fine and an administrative hearing are the potential punishment for keeping the door down. But for some, paying the fine may be worth avoiding a burglary. A call to the Homeowners Association for Auburn Greens wasn't returned, and the office was closed during the hours it had posted as opened. As some residents seem to be testing how open the garage needs to be, regardless of the choice to keep the door up or down, many residents share a common disdain for the rule.
I hope it does change. I hope it does.
9-year-old Jason is concerned.
It's just, I just think it's good.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I'm going to tell you why. You're going to have a bunch of Latino, Asian, immigrant families. They're going to have multiple people in their house. It is just what it is. And you don't want them to. And I get it. We don't want people living in garages. It's unsafe. It's not necessary. But what probably happened is you have a ton of people with cars blocking up the street, and it's simple math. I still got to get that video out to y'all on Manor. I forgot. But basically in Manor, you got all these starter homes, big, beautiful starter homes with very little front yardage because the houses are a little too close. That's how you know you're in a starter home community. And I'm talking about is pickup trucks and work trucks galore. It is the worst thing I've ever seen. But it's all a lot of minorities who own service businesses. This is why I try so hard to get y'all to understand having a service business, middleman to million course that I talked about for 3 years. I don't even know if I want to talk about it anymore, right? Talked about it for years, talked about where you could get these classes for years, talked about the styles, the systems, all that stuff for years, okay? How to start one, how to get it moving, how to get it open. Again, I did all that stuff for years because I'm telling you, I sat here and watched people who struggled, right, to get anything. But once you have a W-2 for 2 years, and you can buy a home and you slide into some of these new builder programs. A lot of y'all just don't understand. Like, that's the most easiest way, right? It's the easiest way right there to get your foot in the door. That's the one. Okay. And I think it's unfortunate because many people overlook simple blue collar jobs, blue collar systems, blue collar companies. And that's going to be the biggest money makers. There's a reason the Latino community is making so much money and is 13% up in wealth, right? People don't want to hear that. It is the return of the yuppie. It is return to the 1990s. And a lot of y'all are not ready for it. Just remember, I learned this in PPP training. It's a classic. Fast is slow and slow is smooth. You know, what actions are you taking that's really going to get you to retire? Is it living in this type of HOA? Man, I get up out that neighborhood that after I sue them, they get enough of the people in there, sue them. And then I would go home and turn that house into a rental. I'm out of that neighborhood. I'm gone. Unless the schools are just so great. Because it ain't up but one or two people in the neighborhood tripping on the HOA. And y'all could go over there and do something to them. But you know what I'm saying? That's another conversation. Let me see this. Let me show you this. Because a lot of y'all don't understand when I talk about starting a business. Well, Erica, it's so hard to start a business and start stuff literally from your cell phone. It's, you know, digital empire is a real thing. I have stuff coming out. You'll see it. I'll be doing a launch here pretty soon and y'all can check it out.
Whatever. No, it's owned by the Chinese, which is also crazy because they own Hoover, like, you know, Vacuum and Dirt Devil as well. And I'm like, you would just think off the top of your head, these are clearly like American companies. We know China's been buying farmland, but they also buy companies here and they keep the names to sound super American, but then they're not American anymore. They're Chinese owned. And I would assume if you're probably buying these because you're like, oh, it's an American company, I love America, I want to support people, you're being completely played. 54% of voters said they trust American companies way over Chinese companies. You know how many trust the Chinese companies? 1%. And 56% of Americans said that they would rather pay more money and know that it is an American company and they are buying from America. Milwaukee Tool is a perfect example. A normal American is going to be like, oh, great. Like maybe this company is like, you know, small independent family out of Milwaukee. I'd love to support this. But really, it's a Chinese company that owns it. And they're probably going to know that you would pay more money for that. So they're going to raise their prices and they're fully taking advantage of the American people. So we need transparency. So this does not happen anymore. I didn't know AMC theaters and Burger King are primarily owned by Chinese companies. There's a company called Milwaukee Tools. You would obviously be like, oh, a company in Milwaukee started out, Wisconsin, whatever. No, it's owned by the Chinese, which is also crazy.
Okay, so I showed that because the truth is the average person doesn't care. They're doing a quick assessment. They think, okay, this is American, great, I'm going to buy this. I just want you to understand, like, the average person is making a quick assessment. And the quick assessment is starting a business is hard. You know, lack of capital is the reason. Owning a house is hard. Owning land is hard. Even though Erica showed me multiple years, I can buy something for under $1,000. I can get $1,000 lots. I can get $100 lots in Detroit. I can get all kind of stuff. I can get a lot of stuff for real cheap. But Erica showed me, then I just don't believe it. Cool. I'm all right with that. I hear you. I feel you. You know, it is what it is. Let me show you this. Exactly. Let me show you. I was gonna show you that first, but let me show you this instead. I know what I want to show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all some silly, then back to serious. This girl is being sarcastic about non-productive people, a trend where you're over 21 with no kids. That's how slow it is. It's slow out here. Let me show y'all.
That little 21 with no kids trend. Do y'all think y'all better than us because y'all don't got no kids? Y'all talking about some 21 with no kids, more like 21 and y'all can't even find a man to give you no kids. That's why y'all are mad. Y'all are just trying to make yourselves feel better at the fact that no man wants y'all. And it sounds like projection to me. I'm just saying, I'm the messenger. As a mother of 5, how dare
Mommy,
you?
can I have gushers?
Nope, y'all ate last week. What? Y'all think y'all pure or something using this audio because y'all ain't got no kids? First of all, y'all be born in 1997 using this audio. Like, y'all got to pack it up. Like, you think it's a reward to not want to give life? Like, that's selfish to me. See, I do everything for my kids.
Mommy.
What, Amaya? And that's all right though, because y'all laughing now. But when y'all do decide to have kids, y'all eggs gonna be dry, powdery, and you're gonna be applying for Social Security. Well, I'm gonna be 38 turning up with my kids. And another thing, as a mother, I think it's so disrespectful.
Mommy, I want Doritos.
Jaden, you are 3 years old. Get you a ladder and get it yourself. You are not a newborn anymore. You're 3. So I want y'all to think about that next time y'all make that train. Let me. To all the females doing that little 21 with no kids trend, do y'all think y'all better than us because y'all don't got no kids? Y'all talking about some 21 with no kids, more like 21 and y'all can't even find a man to give you no kids. That's why y'all are mad.
God.
Y'all are just trying to make yourselves feel better at the fact that no man wants y'all. And it sounds like projection to me. I'm just saying, I'm the messenger. As a mother of 5, how dare
Mommy,
you?
can I have gushers?
Nope, y'all ate last week. What? Y'all think y'all pure or something using this audio because y'all ain't got no kids?
Oh, and so the truth is, listen, and you be like, Erica, nobody's making fun of that. You guys got to stop it. Nobody cares. Listen. And she's good. She's hilarious. Let me show you. And sometimes I go, it can't be that many unproductive people. It just can't. But then the internet reminds me, and y'all send me these clips, and I'm sick of y'all sending me these clips because then I have to look at them. And I have to laugh a little bit. And I go, that's a damn shame. Now, this is a Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. where grown men should be working. Now, I'm going to show you this. It's a damn shame.
You want to do that shit today? Shut the fuck out my face, bro. Fuck you. Let's do that. Oh, look.
No. Big kids and everything.
Man, what the fuck happened, bro?
Y'all know we used to shit like that. Look, we used to shit like that. That ain't our business. No. Ain't our business. What's up, brother? Had me home? Yeah, I got Get out there busy. Some mixed kids tonight. Go home, man. Go home. Them the kids. Go home, bro. Go home, bro. Take your ass home. Take your ass home, bro. Ain't nothing like family. Nigga. Boy, get your ass down, boy. Ain't nothing like family. Ain't got a Caucasian. Hey, she did you alright, nigga. Way back in the gap. We just like thinking they clothes thrown out up here everywhere. Hey, what child support send the guy to temptation?
Oh, Lord Jesus, help us, Lord, help us. This is it's one thing if we say, hey, they all hanging out at the pool hall, inside, indoors, drinking but these people are at a car wash, sitting around outside of the car wash, multiple cars, Jeep, drinking. The green army jacket that man has, that army jacket has not been in issue since 1994. So already I know if he was in the army, it was over for 30 plus years ago. Okay, those are called cook greens. They so old. Then the other older black man. Now listen, I don't care if you with a white woman. That's your business. But when I see her get out the car and she's slapping and you've been out here all day drinking, doing drugs, because that's really what it is. Doing some drugs over there. Teeth missing over there. Mouth with missing teeth out there. What are these men doing? On a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 a.m. Just wasting away. The one brother got on, at least got a pair of pants with a belt on and a sweater, but it's like, brother, y'all could be anywhere. Y'all could go be productive anywhere. This is what's going on. Unproductive people. Mouths missing teeth. The woman slapping him, he's so high, he ain't even reacting. He's slowly like, oh, are you tripping? There's mixed kids in the back seat seeing the drama. And they telling him, brother, go home. Brother, go home. That's embarrassing. And the person who sent this to me, I'm mad with you. So I watched this twice because I was like, this can't be, Lord. This just can't be. And sure enough, because he's not old. He's a young black guy. Those are old black men. But the guy that's getting slapped by that woman is not that old. Some of y'all in y'all 40s and 50s still doing foolishness. It just don't make no sense. Posted up, hanging out, doing a bunch of nothing. You know, it's crazy. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I mean, it's not the craziest. There's some crazier, but I just know what that is. They don't own the car wash. Some white man or Arab or Jewish person bought the car wash. So they out there putting coins in it, cleaning their car, sitting around here.
Jazz force in your head. Ain't our business. And you got a car crazy woman. Right.
Lord Jesus, I ain't never seen Mandela look so sad. I ain't never seen it. And I'm from the Carolinas. It'd be some craziness. Let me show y'all. When them brothers tell you they're going to Thailand, I'm going to Thailand. Let me show you. Oh, Lord Jesus. Let me show you what they be going to do in Thailand. And you're going to be thinking, Erica, no, don't show that kind of mess on here. No. This is all them children y'all done left behind over there. And this is how they be acting. And y'all be telling me you're going to Thailand to get away from American black people. Okay, cool. Let me show you this.
I get it. We're their anime. I get it. I finally get it. We're their anime. Oh man, that is toxic as fuck.
I want to make sure I played that twice. Every time I'm going to Thailand, Erica, to go see the islands and the beautiful fishes in the waters. And the culture is so much better than our culture, Erica. You don't understand. The black women culture in America is so bad. Y'all are so disrespectful. Let me tell you something. When I go, the other day I told y'all, my tire was flat. I was at the car wash. An African said, my sister, your tire flat. I said, oh, yes, sir. Yes, I'm gonna call my man and I'm gonna go get gas, get the air in it. He over there at the gym. He said, well, just go get some air. It's cool. I'll check it when we get home. I'm going straight to Quick Trip, get some air. I get to the air before I even step my foot out the car, before I get my good sandal out the car. An African man is getting air in his tire. Sis, just stay in the car. You don't know what you're doing. I'll get you air. Puts the air in my, which tire? This tire? Puts the air in my tire. I don't even get out the car. Now, neither one of them African men said, these black women, these black bitches, I can't even talk to them. Because I didn't say nothing but thank you, yes. Thank you, sir. I got out the car after you put the air in. I said, oh, thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And got back in my car and drove on to my house. I didn't touch my tire. I didn't have to do much. Came home, told my man, hey, the tire's full. This man made sure of it, okay? I don't think y'all understand when people see and go, the black culture is so bad, I have to go overseas and see other people. Where do you live? Why are you in poverty? In one of the easiest countries in America, wink, wink. Where do you live in? Oh, I live in Mississippi. Oh, what part? Oh, I live in Florida, but I live in the hood of Florida. Where you living? Oh, I live in New Jersey. and half the street look rough. Where I live, Philadelphia. But don't talk to me about American Black people if you ain't never left New Jersey. Don't talk to me about American Black people if you ain't never been outside of Jackson, Mississippi. Don't talk to me about American Blacks if you only live in Atlanta and complain about Atlanta. Don't talk to me. You only been in Orlando or Miami your whole life. You can't tell me nothing. And I know that sounds harsh, but you can't tell somebody who's lived in Alaska, lived in Germany, lived in Alabama, lived in Maryland, lived in North Carolina, lived in Texas, lived in another state. You can't tell me. Because I've done it. I've lived it. I travel. I move around this country. There is opportunity. If you ain't never left Texas, which I meet people ain't never left Texas, baby, there's $100 flight to go to Cancun. From Houston to Cancun, it's $100 flight. Catch it on the right day, you can go. Now the DMV people, y'all, I'm not trying to hear it. Y'all barely go to the jazz festival. Then be mad because you got to wait in line. I mean, get out of here. It's ridiculous. Come on, you know I want to go there. Go to Clemson, South Carolina. And the people live right outside of Clemson. Talking about, oh, the taxes is going up. How much is your taxes? They're $1,000 a year. I can't even know how we gonna pay these taxes. What? If you don't get out of here, I'll probably kick you. Get out of here. Scram. It's real pitiful out here. It's real pitiful. I'm gonna go to Thailand and see Asian people pretending to be Black. And the half mixed kids y'all left over there, because millions of other Black people have been there before you. Yeah, okay, cool. Go do it. I don't care no more. The stuff y'all say sounds so ridiculous online. You ought to be embarrassed. Come on, man. I wouldn't even walk down that street on a dark night. One of them might grab me. That's what I'm saying. They get here and be confused. Americans don't act like that. I remember this white dude told me he was more Black than me. I was like, what? Because he listened to rap music and had a gun. I said, man, if you don't get your rump from around there, or I call my cop uncles, get you arrested for being stupid. I'm gonna tell me you was harassing me. What's up, Jess? Welcome. Let me show y'all another one. We got time still. We got a little bit of time. I got a show coming up with Sub-Zero this afternoon. Let me hurry up. Hold on. Let me hurry up. I know y'all waiting. I got like 3-4 of them I want to show y'all. Let me see if I can do this one. I'm trying to hurry up. Now, remember I told y'all are competing against second generation kids. You're not competing against just you. Let me show you this. I'm gonna go. Let me do this. Okay. So this is Family Ties Run Deep in Women Tournament. So let's just go through the links here. Okay, let's just go through the photos. Now, this is just some of the most famous ones. They didn't do everybody. But I'm just telling y'all, when y'all sit here and tell me y'all want to play in sports or you want your kids to play in sports, I laugh. Because I don't think you understand that the sports is now second generation sports. This is wealthy kids, NLI money. You know what I'm saying? I posted on the community wall, Learn As You Go. Learn As You Go said, Erica, when are you going to post these podcasts and stuff? As they post them, as they release them, some I'm going to post on the community wall. Some I'll re-upload a video because some of the people allow me to record when they record, not all. It'll be right here on this channel later tonight. Let's see. So let me just go through this list, okay? And then we're going to go on to the next. This is Chris Henry. Everybody knows Chris Henry, passed away. This is his daughter, Sanae Henry. This is his brother, Chris Henry Jr. That's her brother. This is his son. Now, there's another football player that actually took care of them and made sure they were in private school their whole life and made sure they were good to go because he was murdered. So again, they're not starting from scratch. People want to be good to the memory of their father. And they're going to make sure they're going to make it walk through where they got to go through, right? He's a 5-star Ohio running back commit. Again, the state of Ohio going to take good care of him. Let's just keep it a buck. All right, next. This is Oklahoma State. This is Brock Hurd, Washington football, Seattle Seahawks. This is his daughter, okay, at OSU. Trust me, she got NLI money. This is 2016 Olympian, This is her sister, Jan. I don't even want to say that last name. She's at Vanderbilt. You don't think this Olympian is making sure, hey, my sister plays sports. Are y'all on the NBA team, women's NBA team looking for somebody? Trust me, that's happening. Let's go again. Audrey Gentry, BYU football is her brother. Elizabeth Gentry, she was just at the women's, she was not Sweet 16, she was like, what, Sweet 32? The 32. And now it's the Sweet 16. She was just playing. They just got kicked out over here at Austin, Texas. They got beat by the other school. Okay, let's go again some more. This is their father, Reggie Grimes, New England Patriots. Reggie Grimes II, Memphis Tigers football. And then his sister is at Tennessee Tech. You don't think people made sure that they could get where they needed to go? Tennessee Tech and Memphis Tigers? Let's keep it pushing. This is the father, Kimo von Ohoffen. Ohoffen is Pittsburgh Steelers. Daughter, Taya, is at USC. Trust me, you're competing with people who are out here. Her father, Dio DeShield, LA Dodgers. Dion, the names are retarded. Denham DeShield, Mississippi State. Mississippi State just finished playing against Juju and them, and they lost. And where Juju tore her ACL. Again, her sister is Diamond DeShields, also another player. Let me go. Keep going. Y'all just don't understand. This is Reagan Beers. That's right. Their name is Beers. I think they're part native. I may be wrong. Oklahoma. She plays for Oklahoma. The brother, FIU football. The other brother, Colorado State football. You're dealing with a whole family. Don't you think they have commercials in mind for them? NIL money for them. They have agents overtime working for this family. Okay. I just had to show that because they are going to do more segments like this where they show you people's family history because it got such good reviews. Why is it getting such good reviews? Because people have short-term memories. They're like, oh my God, this is the second, third generation of one family in sports. Yes, because why? There you go. That's why people are on Travis Hunter for not boosting his brother. That's the whole game, is you put the whole family on. Yes, Pac-Man Jones. Thank you so much. Adam Pac-Man Jones. Thank you so much. That's the name. He basically paid for their schooling, their tutoring, their after-school stuff. He made sure they went to a good private school, made sure the mom got in a nice house. Him and not just him mostly, but also some other players. They show up at all their games, their sports. And this is the thing, Rhea. We talk to people and they don't. People are in an absolute zombie mode existence in America. And in other countries too, not just America. I want you to understand, most people are just getting up, going to work. They see something they like on the internet, Amazon, they buy it. They're in debt. They're like, oh my God, I'm in debt. Oh my God, what happened? It's not to the push of, like, I hate to say it, cancer, heart attacks, financial risk, something really bad happens. They go, okay, I want to retire in the next 5 years. How do I do it? I just watched I'm just going to say it, a white family, and the father basically was about to have a mental breakdown and just told the wife, we got to sell everything and we got to go overseas for 1 year. And when I promise I can come back and I can redo it again, but I feel like I'm about to unalive myself. And they had 4 or 5 kids in the CMEC segment. And so long story short, they sold the house, they sold the cars, they sold everything. They sold everything they can get their hands on. They sold it, they liquidated. They went overseas for a year. It turned into 2 years. Mom's homeschooling. And debt is a tricky thing. It'll make people hurt themselves. It'll make people become workaholics. It'll make people really go crazy if you don't have a good mindset around it. And what's really happening is people say, well, these wealthy people are gaslighting us. It's not that they're gaslighting y'all. That's why I showed you the segment of the girls kind of laughing at themselves. It's the fact that you think that you're going to come in and you're playing the same level game. You're not. I even acknowledge when I'm talking to y'all sometimes, y'all haven't seen people own businesses for 20, 30 years. You haven't seen your family members own rentals for 20, 30 years. You haven't seen your parents do military and have visits and doctor appointments and never worry about a doctor's appointment because it's already paid and it's already covered. I understand that when I'm talking to people, and I'm not apologizing for my life. I've lived a great life. You know what I mean? I've had some hard moments, but in general, I always knew, well, if this is crazy, I can go pack this car up and take it back and ship it back to North Carolina and go sit on my family's properties. I can be fine. Right. And everybody doesn't have that reassurance. Right. I had to kind of mentally trick myself coming out to Texas to go, you're starting from scratch on your own. Let's go. Because if I stayed in North Carolina, I'd have been very comfortable. I would have never done a lot of the stuff I've done here. I would have never invested the way I've invested. And then it would have made me, I'd have been bougie nasty. I'd probably would have got with some old other bougie North Carolina person. I'd have been them SEC couples you see where I'm just like, come to our beach house. My kids would have been nasty. They'd have been not nice to people. I mean, I just know there's a reason I went on this path. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even being insulting. I'm not trying to be rude to y'all. I just recognize I have to stop myself and sometimes say, well, this is just easy. And people are like, well, Erica, that's different because you have 20, 30 years of watching this in front of you. My nephews have always watched his whole family, me, his mother, my grandmother have businesses. They were barely little babies when my mom was finishing the military. Do you know what I'm saying? So again, people are, when I talk about rental properties, and I'm like, oh yeah, the tenants didn't pay this month. People be like, oh my God, what are you going to do? And I'm like, nothing. I'm going to be okay. It's just 1 month. Oh my God. And these are people who they just have not planned for things to be expensive or really recognize. So let me show you this too. Because I think a lot of y'all don't understand when I talk about, Nepo babies and just being in the system already. So, I tell my family that, they be laughing at me. They be like, talk to people on the internet. Girl, go get a job. If you can see my family's faces, I'm like, it isn't until I started owning a lot of assets that they're like, okay, well, this might be worth something. Hope you make some more money. That's what they tell me all the time. Hope you make more.
Come on, we're building from that. This year, we're not even looking at a high school basketball player because we're losing Davon, Kadari, and Aaron. You can't replace them with high school kids.
Let me make this public service announcement to every single high school recruit. The biggest, and I mean the absolute biggest threat to you guys has been the transfer portal. Like Rick Pitino is a veteran coach. He understands what comes with an entitled ass high school recruit. He don't want them headaches. His hair is already filled with Just for Men, hiding that damn gray. He don't want to have to be able to go into these homes of players that's not trying to better themselves and their households. Because this is the thing. When you're recruiting a person who already knows it's time to perform versus a player who's trying to say, what can y'all give me to perform? It's two different conversations. Coaches never really needed you. And it's all a conditional relationship. Under the right conditions is the reason why they're recruiting you like they're recruiting you. You don't know unconditional love. It's everything in life has a transaction attached to it. Don't let that fly over your head.
Well, we're not recruiting any high school basketball players.
I really want y'all to get this through your heads. Like this whole my baby and Pookie and them, they're going to go to school. They're going to play basketball. They're going to play football. Man, these people ain't looking for your kid. They're not looking for your kid. They're not looking to groom little Jerome so that he act like he got some damn sense. The University of Georgia, they've got over 25 players that have been arrested. Now, see, it wasn't a problem when Georgia was winning. When University of Georgia is winning, no one has a problem with all those black students getting arrested all the time. Nobody cared. Same thing happens in Alabama. When Roll Tide, Alabama's Roll Tide, nobody cares that these kids are cutting up because it is what it is. It's a part of the game. We don't care. But when the school's not winning, okay, when the game is not being played at the best of the best, when they're doing silly stuff at Alabama, I remember, what's his name that just left Alabama? Nick Saban. He saw them doing some kind of celebration at the end zone. He ain't even a coach there no more. But you can see him in the commenter stand like he did not like that. Like he wanted to say something. And it's like, you have to understand the old guard of I'm going to go to a school and I'm going to get 2 to 3 years to get my best performance in so I get ready for the draft. That is not what's going on. That's not what's going on. What's going on is if your kid is not coming from a family that's paying for him to be in tutoring now, paying for him to have trainers now, paying for him to be straight now. Look at all your recent quarterbacks. Russell Wilson, transfer. Cam Newton, transfer. Joe Burrow, transfer. Almost every quarterback, I can probably name about 20 that are current transfers. That transfer portal is where you go, what's his name? Jaden Daniels, transfer. Name a ton of them. Transfers. The girl Haley on TCU right now, transfer. She left from Louisville to LSU, didn't do shit LSU because it was not a good fit. From LSU to TCU, and now they're in the final Sweet 16. Y'all don't understand these people. I'm telling you, Jalen Hurts, all of them, they're transfers because they're hungry. They're so hungry to please give me a spot. Kyle Murray, all them people, like, please give me a spot so I can show you what I can do. It's a different mentality than a teenager who's like, well, I see all these other people getting $1 million. Why can't I? I see all these other people getting money. Why can't I get it? Your parents should already have a lawyer, some social media people working with you, so you act like you got sense when you get in here. Okay? They're getting in the portal transfer, and they transfer to a new school. Don't tell me you don't know what a transfer is. Stop it. Knock it off. Cut it out. But I just want you to understand that's what's happening is people are not realizing, there's a change of guard happening. Okay, again, here's another change of the guard I want to show y'all before I get up out of here, get to our next show. This is how many black shows are on TV right now. Because y'all be like, oh, the TV is nobody watches TV, nobody cares about TV, TV's trash, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just gonna tell you, like, there's 18 shows on TV right now by black people. Okay, let's just go through a few of them. Okay, let's just look at it. Found. I thought this was a little ridiculous because I always think of him as Zach Bazel, but he does pretty good on this. Beyond the Gates, this is a series about a fluid black community in Maryland, centered on the prestigious Dupree family. Behind their pristine image is secrets and scandals, closely watched by the outside their gated world. As residents navigate love, ambition, and power, tensions rise between those who've made it and those still striving. Okay, we're getting all levels of black shows right now. If you don't know what a transfer portal is, if you don't know what transfer is, then baby, good luck. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm like, good luck. Schoolwork is the same. Yeah, PG County, right? So again, the door is open. Like, there are several couples off YouTube that are on TV right now. I don't care. Their YouTube channel gets less than 500 views a video. Every video I produce without ads gets over 3,000 to 5,000. I told y'all the game to YouTube is not like, let me get on TV. Let me do it. The game is, can you come over here and be on my email list? Can you buy products and services? Can you show up at the boat parties in the summer? Can you show up at the events? Will our inner circle have 200 people this year? If it does, great. Preferably less than 100. Everything, our book launch. Are we going to launch for a certain amount of money? This YouTube is not for you to be out here chasing algorithms. It's not for that. This is result only time. This is intellectual property time. And those who are really going to make money, you're going to see. So yeah, I'm glad all these TV shows are up, but it's up because TV is down. So TV's like, give black people a chance. Let's see if we can get them on TV. We saw this play early in the 1990s. Hang with Mr. Cooper, all those shows with Jamie Foxx, all this stuff they brought out here. They brought it on CW. They brought on Friends. All these shows were put on until the channel network blew up, and then they switched to all white shows. We saw this play before. This isn't a new play. This is an old play. And that's what they're trying to put in your face, an old play. An old play to see if it works. And it will, because people, when the economy is down, people watch more TV. Oh my God, yes, this is some robotic show. South Central with a sci-fi twist. Survival of the Thickest. I don't even know what that's like, but again, I'm gonna pass on that one. Forever is it's a love story of two young people. They move to a best they never get romance, identity, and complexities being each other's first. Apparently they're in Los Angeles. That looks cute. Government Cheese. Hampton Cambrils, who was released from prison. Okay. That's interesting. Black Ops. Looks like comedy. East London. Damn and K. My two police community supports officers who join the Greater London Police and find themselves working undercover. Oh my goodness. It's going to be very black and British over there. Very black and British. You have reasonable doubt. I think some people have sent this to me. I'm gonna have to ask my friend. She just high demand cases. Oh, gross. I can't even say it. The Upshaws. He got a second kid that's the same age. He cheated on his wife with a stripper. Wanda Sykes is the funny sister. Yeah and no. It makes you a little bit like, we always got to have the low income family dynamic in Atlanta, but okay. Clean slate. This is Mr. Desiree Cox. He goes to the small town in Alabama to reunite with his father after 23 years away. Okay, he's excited to reunite with his son and has no idea his son is now Desiree. Okay. Woo! Let's keep it moving. All right, this is Miss Pat's show. Follows Pat Carson and the family as they navigate life in a conservative town after moving from Atlanta. It's a modern day Roseanne. They live in a predominantly white neighborhood. So funny. So funny. All right. This is The Shy. Now, y'all got my girl, my as long as history's been long. You know, she's been playing a rich black woman. That's a bad mama. And y'all got her in this Shy doing hood stuff. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's very unfortunate. I don't like it. But Whitfield want to get her check. Let her get her check. Okay. Next. Grey's Anatomy. People were mad when she was making $20 million a year. I said, the show is called Grey's Anatomy. How you mad at a person who the show's named after? They should be the most paid character pretty much. Wicked City. I kind of want to see this. I gave y'all a disclaimer earlier about witchcraft. I'm not promoting any witchcraft or any new age mixed with Christianity that is against God's word. I just want you to understand there are forces out there. So this is a Wicked City. It's a group of urban witches push their powers to new heights and uncover dark secrets that attract dangerous enemies along the way. It's an all black original. All Black is actually a TV station. I don't know about this one. I like sci-fi, but I'm tipping on, I don't know about that. Okay. Next one is Queenie. Okay. Jamaican British woman, navigating life in London. So again, y'all always complain, they don't ever make no black TV for us. They don't never do nothing for us. And I don't like it. And I'm like, I really want y'all to stop. Please stop. Please stop with that crying. It's just as untasteful as the I'm going to Thailand because black people don't like me kind of talk. It gets real old fast. Black people don't like me, so I'm going overseas. Just go overseas. First black opportunity got only light-skinned blacks. Where the dark-skinned black? I ain't gonna go there. They're there. They're in the show somewhere. We're not going there on Elon. We're not going there. This show is not about Elon. Transfer portal is a thing. Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I'm telling you, I really want to just go back and buy all the 90s shows so I can show my kids when they get a little older. I don't got no kids yet, but you know what I'm saying. When I get them. They're coming. Black folks always saving Hollywood. I'm telling you, yeah. Blaxploitation movies saved the studios in the 1970s. They were making so much money that the white actors were starting like, hey, we need to complain on this. And so that's really what ended blaxploitation films. Is there was what is that motorcycle movie where they were on the motorcycles? The two white dudes were on motorcycles. If anybody knows what movie I'm talking about, in the late 70s. And they complained that blaxploitation was exploiting the black people and treating them bad. And we shouldn't watch these movies. And the Jewish community and the white actor SAG community came together. And that's how they ended all those black movies y'all was enjoying in the 70s and 80s. Same BET show, same EBT actor. Government cheese looks interesting, possibly. Black cops, black hospital, black lawyers, black criminals. It is Lynn Whitfield. You know, she could be in the same category as Felicia Rashad, but we don't like bougie, wealthy black people. We like the Felicia Rashads of like, hi, honey, hi, blah, blah, blah. We want very humble, wealthy black people. That's our thing. We like humble, wealthy black. And I don't like humble, wealthy black people. I like black people that in the stories that was whooping people's ass. That's what I like. Pretty much. Seinfeld was a knocked off Living Still. Friends was a knockoff, a direct knockoff of Living Single, like a year later. They were like, this is a good show. Easy Rider, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know if they're gonna do it. Stop, cut it out, knock it off. Exactly. Lynn grew up rich. I mean, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? People be acting like, oh, she's so bougie. I don't like it. Where's my last one I have for y'all real quick? Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. I have two. Let's see if we can do these in here real quick. Because I know I got to get ready for my show with, so let me see. Let me show you this real quick. Okay, so this is just a joke of wealthy people in Dallas. And y'all keep saying, ain't nobody wealthy in Dallas and Texas. This is the finance room.
Of course, your Peter Millar vest. I've got my vest on for the video. Laura Piana loafers, or maybe just the classic on-cloud shoes. On the weekends, you're wearing your Polo Charles Tierwit or Eton. Your dad gave you this Rolex. You're probably wearing Tom Ford sunglasses or Maui Jim. After work, you're maybe having drinks at the Nodding Donkey with the boys or Harwood Arms. You work at Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan, telling people you do private credit or asset management. On the weekends, you're at Katy Trail Ice House or Chelsea Corner. During the work week, you go to Sweet Green or East Hampton. Late night, you're going to Skellig. Oh, can't forget Lonnie's. You might be wearing this hat when you go out. You love to share about your invites to golf at the DCC or exclusive events at the Crescent. You go to Park House, but you get in through a friend. Probably working out at Equinox. If you're feeling sophisticated, you're taking people to the Mansion Bar. And we can't forget, you're always wearing your pullovers. You're always on the grind and probably putting together pitch decks up until 2 a.m. for your managing director. As always, I'm just having fun, but what did I miss? You're a finance bro in Dallas, Texas, and this is what you do. So you probably went to school at SMU or UT, but you like to tell people how hard the recruitment process was at Wharton or Harvard. You're probably driving a Range Rover or a BMW M4. You're definitely wearing Lulu pants. Of course, your Peter Millar vest. I've got my vest on for the video. Laura Piana loafers, or maybe just the classic on-cloud shoes. On the weekends, you're wearing your Polo Charles Tierwit or Eton. Your dad gave you this Rolex.
The funny part is when you have that Botox in your lips, I've noticed, I'm be careful here. I notice when sometimes white people talk, they have Botox in their lips, and I've gone to a lot of games and they start smacking their lips, and I don't think they realize they are smacking as they're talking because the Botox has them so numb. I don't think they know that they are, you know what I'm saying? That their lips are doing that. I don't really think they don't realize it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not how their lips look in the first place. Okay. So again, you go look at his channel. The reason he started doing those because they were so funny. And he just started going viral from doing them because he thought they were funny. And yes, he has a mister. But anyway, but he points out all these wealthy places in Dallas that people go. And it's quite funny. Or this one, you're a rich mom. This one's a good one too. But I want you to understand, no matter the demographic, you can make fun of yourself and make money.
You're a rich mom in Preston Hollow in Dallas, and here's what you do. You like to eat at Rise in Inwood Village, Muchachos in Preston Center, delish. You like to eat at Shinsei, of course. Love El Braco, of course. Claremont, Bobby's Airwave for date night, or the Mercury. You're a member of Brook Hollow Country Club, or Royal Oaks, or the DCC. You work out at Session Pilates. Sweat. You're always playing tennis with the girls at T-Bar. You like to get home decor and shop at Valor Designs. You like to shop at Evereve and Preston Center. Tootsie's, of course. St. Bernard's. Got to get the kids to ski gear. You like to garden at North Haven Gardens. Coffee at LDU or Merit Coffee. Nails done at Lux off Lemon. Drinks at Hudson House. Of course, you have a lot of fun evenings with the girls and your husband at Inwood Tavern. You drive a BMW X5 or the new Lexus GX. Kids go to ESD or St. Mark's. or Hockaday. You get your Botox and touch-ups at Dr. Dawa's office. You vacation at Alice Beach or Deer Valley. You also rave about St. Bart's. You're always in St. Bart's. It's amazing. You have a house at Long Cove on Cedar Creek Lake. You live off Park Lane or Straight Lane. When you don't feel like cooking or going out, you order to-go food from Royal China. As always, I'm having fun, but what did I miss? You're a rich mom.
I can't. I meant to say when they have Botox in their face and lip filler. That's what I meant to say. But I mean, y'all, I literally be like, I'm an asset management. I've started saying that now. I'm becoming that. I'm going back to my very bougie past. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm going back. Y'all have not treated me nice over here on the rougher side of the lower middle class. I'm not gonna do it. I'm going back to bougie. I'm going back. Okay. And I'm gonna start saying I'm an asset management and I don't tilt.
You're a rich mom in Fort Worth, Texas, and here's what you do. First, Fort Worth is very far away. It's not Dallas. You're taking the Von Lane or JSX to get there. You can watch a cute little in-flight movie, or to save some costs, you can take the DART. You're definitely a member of Rivercrest Country Club or Colonial Country Club, of course. Your kids go to Fort Worth Country Day. Feel like you're driving an Escalade, you're more of a rancher, like bigger Suburban, or the new Lexus GX, and definitely the Mercedes GLS, or maybe the Jeep Wagoneer. You live in the Colonial neighborhood or Tanglewood. Okay, you shop at Clear Fork, and here's where you shop. You're definitely going to Neiman's, but you also shop at You Are Here, City Boots. You're shopping here as well. Letty's Boots in the Stockyards. You're definitely hanging out at the Drover Hotel, the new Chumley House, Bunnell's, or Don Artemio, Grace downtown, Press Cafe for brunch with the ladies, or the Lonesome Dove. You like to spa at the Canyon Ranch. You're definitely attending the Jewel Charity Ball. You love getting drinks at Bowie House or Ralph's. And of course, you're attending this every single year at Colonial Country Club. As always, I'm having fun. So what did I miss?
Okay.
You're a rich mom in Fort Worth.
That smacking is getting on my nerves, but I literally just tell people when I'm at when I'm at conferences now, I'm in asset management. Yeah. I'm about to start telling them I'm over a small family office. Yeah. Yeah. This is okay. So you have finance bro, Dallas. This is real estate girl. I'm stopped. This is the last one, I promise. And then I'm gonna go on to the other one I had to show you.
You're a real estate girly in Dallas, Texas, and this is what you do. You probably work at Allie Beth Allman or Compass. Your Louboutin heels look like this after showing clients houses all day. And let's not forget your Manolos. But when they're in good condition, you are wearing the Louboutin So Cape pump. You don't really look like this in person. This is an old headshot. You drive a Porsche Cayenne or the new Lexus GX. You get your nails done at Rose Couture. Your dream listings are in Highland Park or Preston Hollow. You love bragging about all your D Magazine awards. You dread taking a listing in the suburbs. You're taking clients out for lunch at La Belle Bouquet or R&D Kitchen or Honor Bar. You love to show clients your Park House membership, so you take them to Park House to network. You're wearing your Veronica Beard Dickies jacket. You dread showing up to a house with a dusty old lockbox. Finding out that a client worked with another realtor, it's devastating. You love all cash buyers. You're always top in the company. You love showing off your stats. You grab coffee at Siddell's, but secretly this is you having lunch and coffee in your car in between clients. You're never too busy for a Legree class during the day though. Your favorite words are closed and funded. Can't wait to put up that sold sign. You mark it in your calendar as a client lunch, but you're really playing mahjong with the ladies. As always, I'm just having fun.
Okay, that's it. I know the smacking is a lot. I like his commentary because it's funny. He's poking fun at themselves. And again, I just want y'all to understand what's happening. There is very much a inner lane, outer lane. You know, like you ever hear, I think Atlanta, y'all have the loop. What is the loop? The inner loop, the outer loop. It's very much what's happening in our society. We have an inner loop and an outer loop. And when I saw so many people being real estate agents, I started laughing because I don't think they understand, like the real estate agents I know, they come from families that own rental properties. And so they became real estate agents to be the property management, to kind of be like, hey, we're going to sell this house now. Let Becky sell this. Okay, let Becky sell this because Becky now has a real estate license. And then her auntie is also a realtor who's helping Becky. And so it's like the money keeps going in the same circles. And so when I tell y'all there is this world out there that is this kind of it's in or out, right? You're in or out. This is what's happening, right? When people talk about wholesaling, like I'm gonna go out there and knock doors and cold calls them, like the big dogs I know that's been doing this a long time, they don't. They mail out letters, they take some calls every once in a while across the week, or they have somebody on staff that does the mailing, but they're never in a thirsty rush to wholesale. They're not in a thirsty rush to buy land, they're not in a thirst to buy anything. They know time is of the essence, but they're never in a thirst because they always have some properties that they have that they sell, okay, and they have some properties that they are keeping long term, and that happens all the time. It's not uncommon. Some of the video kind of documentary stuff we'll do this summer, vlog/documentary, however you want to type it up. I will be showing y'all some of the stuff we're collecting and some that we're selling. Okay, and so when you're watching these YouTube videos, you're watching things, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna hop over here and do wholesaling. I'm gonna hop over and go to tech. I'm gonna hop over and do this. Like the reason I'm like, why haven't you been studying the past 6 months? Because in my world, you would be studying the past 6 months and you would transition to the new job and you'd let go of the old job. People don't think that way. They think they're gonna study for 30 days and switch jobs. That's not how it ever works, right? It takes a full 2 years to kind of transition into thinking, talking, walking, looking like those people, dressing like those people, doing what they do. And it's the fact that I've been in this real estate space 10 to 15 years now, depending on how you look at it. What I've property management for 15, other parts of real estate, tax deeds, tax liens, land flipping for 10, right? It's very sporadic here and there, but consistently going, that I know how to tap into it and how to back out of it, right? And you'll see more of it this summer. I can't like disclose everything, but you'll see more of it this summer because a lot of people do what this guy just did. And I'm gonna show you this clip. Hold on a second, you guys.
This is David W. Williams, and I'm giving a testimony to Erica Williams and her team. Because of the advertising relationship that we were able to develop, my company had the best month in the month of November for the whole year of 2024. And I'm talking about our sales were 3 or 4 times any other month during that particular year. And I know it's because of the relationship that I had with Erica and how she worked with me as an advertising partner. So now here's the benefit of working with her and her team. She's going to communicate to you what you're going to get as a result of working with her. She's going to over deliver on her value that she's providing, right? And she's not going to do a one-off deal. She's going to really invest in your success because she's really invested in making sure that you're going to get a success story from working with her as an advertising partner. So if you're looking to drive more sales, you're looking to bring in more leads, and you're also looking to get more exposure to what you're doing, you want to reach out to Erica and ask her, can I advertise with you?